Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. I want to talk about something that somebody told me one of the bigger YouTubers said. Her name is Shera7. And a lot of the women listen to her. She's like a bigger YouTuber, has a large following, so on and so forth. And this is in a series that I entitle Things that Other YouTubers Say That I Don't Agree With. What she said, basically, according to the person who told me, is that, wait, let me look it up. Because I got it in a text message form. And keep in mind, we're going to get into it. Just give me a second. Okay, so I've been told that, hold on. Okay, here it is. It says, Shera said, don't get with no man that wants you to work. That's what this woman is telling people. Okay, so I agree with this statement 0%. And here's why. Because when you teach women to take that attitude, you basically teaching them to be selfish. You teaching them that it's about them. You teaching them to act entitled. You teaching them to basically downplay building between man and a woman as a team. Now, what if they don't have any kids? What if her tubes are tied? So you telling a woman whose fallopian tubes are tied, that can't have kids, that some guy chooses, for whatever his reason may be, he chooses her to be his wife. You telling her that she shouldn't get with him if he tells her that she should work. So let me get this straight. What if he wants kids, but he said, you know what, I like you, I'm going to marry you anyway. So it's all about her, right? Like, it's all about her. Like, he should just be happy that she's there, Miss Tube Tie, even though he wants kids. And he could go get a woman who will help him and can have the kids that he wants. Come on now. I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. And in fact, it just depends on your situation. Like, I believe in the tradition of man being the only one that work. But they done put so much doo-doo in the game in terms of making a living that most people, you have to literally be in a successful business or at the top of your career, the apex of your career, to do well in this economy with one income, and you have a household of people. Like, you household of 4, 5, 6, 7. You better be making 80, 90, 100,000, and you better be super cheap. You're not going to be able to enjoy your money if that's what you try to do. And it just depends, because there are advantages. Like, I homeschool my kids. My kids turned out great. Well, I wasn't the one teaching. I helped, but my wife was the one teaching them. You know, my kids turned out excellent. There are advantages. But for her to come out like that, and it's like you telling all these women with a wide range of situations. Some of them have STDs that they not going to get rid of. They have HPV, they have herpes. You telling them to be entitled. You telling girls that don't have choo-choo trains ran on them. They should be happy that somebody even want them to say, you don't get with no man who wants you to work. You telling women that they got 3, 4, 5 kids. So let me get this straight. If he get with you, even though those ain't his kids, you ain't gonna help him come up with the cash. So he got to support your kids. Like you got the greatest vag ever. Like you just the best. Like you got suction cup Susie. And I ain't trying to be nasty. I'm just saying. Even though other guys have been through there and sowed their seed in you, and some of it may even be demon seed, for him to get with you, he got to take care of your demon seed, probably get into it with your baby daddies, and you not helping him. You not working. You just sitting at home trying to tell him what to do. Come on now. Come on now. Guys, listen. You got to be better than that. You got to be stronger than that. You got to be willing for women to leave you, break up with you, or you leave them or break up with them. But y'all supposed to be a team. Whatever is best for the team. If it's best that she works, but she works out of the home, it's jobs you can do from home. I don't think no woman is precious enough not to do anything to help her husband. You should be putting that sex down, and you should want to do it. If you don't want to do it, he probably don't need to be with you. You should be cooking. You should be cleaning. You should be, if you choose not to work, then that means you should be picking up the pace with everything else. He should never be washing clothes. You should be cooking. See, this woman is teaching these women against the Bible. And apparently she's supposed to know the Bible forwards and backwards. If you know the Bible, if this chick know the Bible forwards and backwards, then she definitely not following it. I don't trust no woman that try to downplay stuff that God said. It said that he said this. Men shall have rule over you. When he disciplined Adam and Eve, that was his very words. Now, if you don't believe that sort of thing, then you should be able to prove that he didn't say it. If you can't prove that he didn't say that, then you need to shut up. If you can't prove that he didn't teach that wives be subject to your own husband, that if any obey not the word, he will by the lifestyle and behavior of his wife. You see? But they want to downplay all of that, right? And just be little miss entitled. I already made a video about queens and stuff like that, and I've already broke down what that means. And Patrice O'Neal was right. I don't know if he read that, but he was right, because that's what the word means, basically. The queen is at the king's disposal, but she benefits from it. You see what I'm saying? She does her part. The king chooses her. Double E queen. And she doesn't just sit around and do nothing. He delegates whatever he wants to delegate to her. But a lot of these women now, they want to delegate to you. Oh, I got the golden vase. Nothing there. Nothing. No moisture. Too open. And I ain't trying to, I'm just saying. Oh, you got LDE. Man, listen. There is no such thing. There is no such thing. They trying to battle back, guys. They trying to battle back on us with Cynthia G, Shira 7, and a lot of them other ones. They trying to battle back against the manosphere. But y'all dudes are so simpish and thirsty. It really ain't even... No, it ain't no adversarial thing. They making it like that because they hate the truth. The truth is that these women don't want to stay in their lane. And some guys don't either. People don't want to stay in their lane. That's the truth. So they come up with all this other stuff. Like, don't get with a guy who wants you to work. Okay, if y'all just getting together, you ain't got no kids, what are you bringing to the table? I am the table. Okay, so if all you doing is having sex, which you gonna slow down or stop eventually, how are you the table? You supposed to bring to the table. That I am the table is just utter foolishness. No, who needs you to be a table? You got to bring something to the table. Make it a feast. Make a feast out of it. Some of y'all slapping everything off the table that he done brought. You having temper tantrum. You destroying the house. You slapping stuff off the table. Oh, LDE. Oh, he's ugly. Oh, he's broke. Nope. None of it matters. What matters is you. Who are you? What do you do? What have you done? It doesn't matter how he looks. It don't matter how much money he has. Who are you? What have you done? What sex acts have you performed? Who are you as a person? Are you a valuable person or an invaluable person? It don't matter how a guy looks. T-shirt, gray hair, crooked teeth. None of that matters. What matters is who are you? See, when these questions come to you, the mature response is to know who you are and to consistently be a person that can't be blamed. Instead, they deflecting. They trying to fight back. Why don't you just tell the truth? I used to be wild out here in these streets, but I've changed. I'm not that person anymore. That's what you should be saying. This is who I am now. That's who I was when I was foolish. That's respectable. That's commendable. That's honorable. But you know what they do? They used to be a hoe. Some of them still a hoe. But because you confront them, you must have a small wing ding. If a guy, there's guys out there that have small wing dings. But that doesn't matter. Because if you would have preserved yourself, that small wing ding wouldn't even felt small. Because you are crooked, you can't feel them. You. How do you get, like for instance, Superhead? How'd she even get that name? Everybody know how she got the name. We heard the stories. Like, it's not that I don't have an issue with people who did that stuff or people who rainbow or anything. What I have an issue with is when people try to elevate themselves to the demise of others, even though they did uncommendable, dishonorable things. Y'all trying to change what is righteous and what is unrighteous. What's righteous is for a woman to submit to her husband and help him in whatever way she chooses. You don't got no kids, you can't have no kids, or you got kids that's not his, you should work. You should work. What's the point of you staying at home? Unless you his secretary or something. Unless you doing something for him that he can't do for himself. That's if you doing something for him that he can't do for himself. And then I'll tell you something else. Once those kids can be on their own, there's no point for nobody's wife to be doing nothing to financially. What's the point of it? Especially if you one of them clucker duckers that sit around and argue and nag. Man, go do something. Let's just, come on now. Come on, man. I don't agree with that, man. That's things that YouTubers say that I don't agree with. She basically, if these women listen to her, they not going to be wife material. And guys, when you vet a woman from now on, you should start asking them, so, who do you watch on YouTube? I watch Cynthia G and she was 7. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You watch Cynthia G? The same Cynthia G that said that people should abort black males? Man, what was that? I saw something out the corner of my eye. You watch her, you not wife material. And if you like her and you find out she watch her, you be like, listen, if that's what you want to do, you can watch her, but I better not hear or see none of that stuff she talking about coming through this way. Especially if you're a black man. Somebody who say some stuff like that, and your girl or your wife watching her, your wife, you better be watching real careful. Watch her disrespect. Do not go for it at all. Be like, oh, so you trying to disrespect me because you watching Cynthia G. You trying to disrespect me because you watching that She Was 7. You make 30, 40,000, 50,000 a year, and they listening to them, and now they trying to disrespect you. I tell you what. Why don't you get out of my house then? See, y'all do not be scared of no family courts. Yeah, they got them on their side, but don't be scared. You better stand on your square. And if your wife is messing up your relationship, you tell her to her face, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you get as little as possible. That's just some women, you got to do them like that. Now, if you mess up and she be like, well, I'm leaving this, that, and the other. It's your choice. Like, if you did something that was disrespectful towards her, or you consistently downplay their safety or any of that, then just pay. But if she is sabotaging your relationship on purpose, or she listening to these women on YouTube and is messing up your relationship, and she thinks she just gonna go down, mosey down to a court, and now you work for her, man, you better listen. I can't go into details into how you need to do this thing, but I thought this stuff through, and I've done research. I don't believe that a man should just expend all of his energy to give it to a woman who he's not with, or who didn't show him that honor while she was with him. Go be a janitor in a little cleaning building 4 hours a week and let her get that. She listening, got the nerve to listen to these chicks. And again, disclaimer. I know how this go. I don't have animosity towards women. I don't. But I'm going to stand on my square, and I'm going to be a man, and I'm going to realize what you are and what you have and what you can offer. And it has nothing to do with a man's economic status, appearance, or any of that. Short, tall, that they trying to make themselves relevant with that stuff. That stuff don't matter. That stuff don't matter, because a dude is short, that don't mean he can't protect you, and that don't mean he might have the third arm, you know what I mean? Like, that don't mean nothing. That just mean he's short in height. Or a dude that's tall, that don't guarantee he can protect you. I remember when I was younger, I used to beat up dudes that's practically twice my size. 6'4". I'm only 5'7". I figure out how to get inside. I got my growth spurt. I'm 6'2" now, but I ain't always been 6'2". Thanks for watching. The channel is The No Matrix. No listening to people like this. Ladies, you gon' that's why Isaiah 4:1 is coming to pass. Because y'all listening to people like this. That's part of the disgrace. She trying to make you like you a goddess or something. You ain't no goddess. That ain't your role as a wife or as a girlfriend who wants to one day be a wife. You not his goddess. He has plenty to choose from. If he chooses you, be happy and be grateful. Thanks for watching.